Just getting ready to start my day, and I received another spiritual download. When I refer to spiritual downloads, I'm not trying to put myself up on a pedestal and say that I'm better than anybody else. So let's get that part straight. We are all capable of receiving spiritual downloads. It's just based on the level of a spiritual connection you have, because some of us who do not have a strong connection receive spiritual downloads every single day, but do not acknowledge them because that connection is not strong enough. So don't get it twisted. When I say spiritual downloads, it's just basically something that's sent to me from the universe to share with you that I know would not come out of my mind, okay? So I just wanted to give a little clarification on that. But anyway, I spoke before about people, charlatans is what they refer to them, schemers, con men, con women, whatever, you choose to use the terminology, bamboozlers, people who just try to cheat you out of your resources. And I mentioned before, we are going through tough economic times. And a lot of these people that are popping up are people who would, under normal circumstances, would never have considered doing what they're doing to cheat people out of money. But their financial situation has altered their mindset to the point where their scruples have gone out the window. And I wanted to talk a little bit more on this, and I know this might step on some toes, but I just have to speak on it. I speak a lot about surviving and taking care of yourself. There are certain things that you know that you need in this world. I call myself a Maslowian theorist, and for those of you who are not familiar with Abraham Maslow, I do have a video on this channel about Maslow's theory. And basically, in short, he was a psychologist who came up with a hierarchy of needs. You have to accomplish different levels, and you have to accomplish one level in order to go on to the next level. And this is in regards to human needs in life. And a lot of us are getting things twisted. They're putting other needs that are basic above what ours are. Sometimes when you're suffering financially, depending on how much debt you're in and how much you have against you, you have a tendency to just think in desperate mode. And when you're thinking in desperation mode, sometimes some irrational decisions are made. There are many times in my life where I was approached by MLM and snake oil salesmen and this opportunity and that opportunity, asking me to give money that I know I should have used toward my situation to give to them. And these came in the form not only of financial opportunities, there were product opportunities, there were religious opportunities. And, common sense left me. I'm like, wait a minute, if I've got $100 now, and I know that I need to take care of this thing in my house, why would I turn around and give it to someone who's promising me thousands? But sometimes when we're desperate, we go into that mindset, and that's what these people prey on. Do not put yourself in a position where you are sacrificing your basics for an opportunity. Now, I know there are some people say, step out on faith, I'm going to do so and so. Let me tell you something. A lot of these people that are telling you how they stepped out on faith, I'm willing to bet you dollars to donuts that they had them bills paid before they took that risk. But they're not going to tell you that. They'll sit there and preach all day long, and I mean, I'm talking about everywhere, online, in the churches, in the clubs, everywhere else. They will sit there and tell you, step out on faith and just sow this seed. They will tell you to do it, but I'm willing to bet you that they've got their stuff taken care of. Their rent or mortgage is paid, their car payment is made, the insurance is caught up, the utilities are caught up, they've got food in the house, they got clothes on their backs, and their jobs are secure. Now, if they're working for themselves, they've got enough income coming in doing what they're doing to cover their basics. They're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you that I'm taking this journey with you. They'll tell you that they've been down that road before, but they're going to sit there and they're going to prey on your desperation and say, sow a seed right now. If you believe so and so and so and so, sow a seed. You already know in the back of your mind, you need that little bit of money. You need that $10, $20, $30. You need to put that towards your phone bill. You need to put that towards your electric bill. You know you don't have any food in the house. So you need to use sound judgment as far as taking care of your basics. Make sure that your home is taken care of before you go spending extra money on stuff. At least when you take a risk like that, if you choose to, I don't recommend that you do, but if you choose to, for whatever reason you feel in your mind, make sure everything's taken care of at home. Because if you find out that opportunity requires a little bit more time and effort and maybe a little bit more money to grow, you're going to grow frustrated and you're going to blame the person who delivered the message to you for getting involved, and it's really not their fault. All they're doing is just preying on your desperation. Yes, that is wrong to prey on people's desperation, but at the end of the day, that is your wallet. Those are your pockets. I'm not going to have this be a long one, but I just want to let people know. I'm going to tell the straight up truth. There are some, I don't even want to call them religions. I want to say cults, okay? Because if you believe in the higher power, you wouldn't take advantage of people's purses. You hear stories all of the time of certain religious people who claim to be a religion, or certain organizations who claim to be believers in God, getting exposed all the time, that had quite a bit of a following, getting exposed because of some kind of corruption involving money. And unfortunately, the followers, these are the people that are living on the system and have to require the government to take care of them, don't have two nickels to rub together, but they will take the few dollars that they get every single time that there is a meeting or a sermon. They are giving their money away. I am sorry, people, but do not take your scripture out of context. What you have in your home is a blessing. First of all, the Creator has given you that blessing. And any time that someone comes along and tries to talk you out of taking care of that blessing, you're going to lose it. Don't misinterpret the readings that you have. And if you do have some kind of doctrine or something that's teaching you to sacrifice what you've been blessed with to give to some stranger that you've only known for 5 minutes, then you need to reconsider following that doctrine, because that's not right. I could almost promise you, whoever is telling you to sacrifice, they've already got their stuff. And they get it from people who are desperate and don't hardly have anything. You have to use common sense. Take care of what has been given to you as a blessing, no matter what. Because people are going to look at the way you're living. You cannot be a testimony to other people saying, oh, well, you know what, you need to do this with your job, giving all this advice, and this is just an example. Someone's giving all this advice about a job or education, and they don't even have a diploma and don't have a successful job. How you going to tell me what to do with my job, and how you going to tell me how I should do things in college, and you hadn't even finished high school? Now, I'm not putting down anybody who hasn't finished high school. There are some people who have been able to live very successful lives and fruitful lives without a high school diploma by opening up their own businesses. But I'm just using this as an example. We have those few people in our family that are so quick to tell us what to do in regards to certain areas of our life, knowing plain and clear that that particular area they're telling us what to do about, they are either lacking in it or it's a hot-ass mess. Don't follow people who haven't been where you want to go. Watch your pockets. Anything that you have around you that you are sitting on, driving in, or punching a time clock for is a blessing from the Creator, and you're not supposed to give it up for anybody, no matter what anybody tells you. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Peace to you all.